The pain isn't that's not the issue. It's just being able to function with it, yeah.
Have you ruled him out yet? Ruled out?
There's a chance. You just have to, what,
Naughty two,
Yeah.
anything else?
they'll put it out. I haven't had a chance to meet with Rick and do all that, so.
Coach, I know you try to keep even keel throughout all this stuff, the playoffs and all this stuff. You get a feel for your team right now, kind of where they are emotionally ready for this game?
Yeah, you're down to 2 teams, right? So they're excited to go play. They know they're a good football team and excited for the challenge. You know, that's why we all do this thing. So
Anything else? That good?
appreciate you for the late load there.
All right.
No, you reacted appropriately. You reacted appropriately.
I knew that they told
Oh,
me
he
this
was last.
They had
Trav Otis on there, so that
question whether
at all. It's like extra points out there. Did you get it there for first place? I did. I think they might be, do we think they'll be up there?
Also.
Same. I didn't see it. Well, yeah. Hello, good people.
Go ahead.
Jarius, what's the biggest challenge you see as you've got prepared this Ravens defense?
The whole offense. I say. The whole offense. I say they're good all around. Wide receiver's good, but of course the quarterback. He's running all over the place. So that's the main thing we got to stop for sure.
That out there is one of the best things you guys have done this year against any quarterback is to not allow too many scrambles. Is that something that's doable against
Yes.
someone like Lamar?
Yes, definitely is. The line, they've been doing it the whole entire year, and I'll guarantee they're going to do it this game as well.
When you're going up against the scout team this week, what are some of the things that you're asking the guys that you're going up against to show you kind of look wise and to kind of get you ready for you?
Oh yeah, I try to tell the wide receivers on our team, who's on the scout team, to try to mimic the guys that we're playing. And also when Lamar's running around, I also tell them don't stop, just keep running, because that's partially most of the thing we're going to have to be stopping. Just faster.
I'm curious, what about your guys' scheme has allowed you all to not give up the big, deep pass?
Yes. Shout out to Spads, man. He's doing a hell of a job. And also our safeties, Jay Reid, Mike, and all the other guys, Shamari, they're doing a great job and helping us on the back end. That's what they call safeties for.
Darius, you mentioned Shamari. He moved from the nickel. He's moved all around. Building for Mike last week. What are you saying for him? Because I know you ready to move around.
Yeah, much credit to him, man. All I see him just sit back, take notes, and just soak everything in. And, it's paying off for him. He's playing multiple positions at a rookie. That's not easy to do. And shout out to him. It's a good credit for him.
The Darius, you played in this game every year of your career. Just what about those past experiences help you or serve you for this upcoming game?
First, I want to say I'm blessed to play the type of games all years I've been here. I can say they helped me out, going into this game. I know what to expect, and I know what the energy is going to be and the speed of the game. I try to tell the young guys as well.
Your young guys, for the most part, have all played in this game too. How valuable is playoff experience as you move forward?
It's very valuable, as if the young guys, we try to teach the rookies. We've been here, we know what it takes, and we know what to expect. We drill them all throughout the week, and we try to get back to the bowl.
How advanced do you feel like that this defense has become because of the continuity? The Spags and the Dick are a lot that they ask of you guys. It's pretty complicated. How much of that just depends on having you guys around for a while, being able to teach the younger guys?
It means a lot. All we got to do is just teach those guys. It's not the coaches, coming in and knowing that they got new guys that they got to teach. Take a load off of them, and we helping the young guys as well. And that's why everything just smooth. And we playing as a collective, as a whole, and that takes everything.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
They said they won't do it this game as well. So the point he was making was the Chiefs will not allow it. The Ravens will do it. Yeah. Yeah, hear it more clearly. Because the way it was set up, I thought he was saying that the team was following you.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Look.
Go for my
Just start with the keys to trying to contain Lamar.
It's going to take all 11 of us, man. We got pursued relentlessly to get him down, and, he's an excellent athlete, excellent quarterback, and, we got to do our jobs. We got to do our 111th, and, getting him down is not easy, and like I said, we was going to take all 11 of us to pursuit to the ball, contain him, and, keep him in the pocket.
Mike, how does Nadi kind of add to the challenge of player right now?
It's tough, Nadi's a great player, man, and missing him is tough for us, but we got guys that's, more willingly ready to step up. Guys are stepping up when the numbers are called, so we got enough guys who can do the job and get the job done, so we're excited to see them play, and it's going to be a great outcome.
How do you think Mike did last week?
I think he did great, man. Like I said, he was ready when his number called for the last couple of weeks, and he's a vet, and that's what vets do. He's always ready, and he played a hell of a game, and he's a stout dude. He can do his job and play the nose. So it's going to be exciting to see him go against the Ravens and be stout.
Mike, you played against Baltimore a couple times. It's been a while, I know. But what do you remember about those games?
It's always a 4-quarter battle, man. It's a war. It comes down to the wire every single time, especially with going against an opposing quarterback like Lamar, MVP candidate this year. You know, he's a great player, man. And, like I said, them games come to the wire, man. You know, it's football being played great on both sides of the ball, whether it's offense and defense, and it's going to take, like I said, all 11 of us to do our jobs, all 3 phases to do our jobs, and, you know, we'll see what happens.
Like, the sacks are hard enough to come by. How frustrating can it be at times with this particular quarterback and the way he's able to take the pocket?
Yeah, you know, it's definitely tough, you know, getting a guy down like him. You know, he's elusive, he's mobile. You know, he uses legs to extend plays, and he's still got a cannon of an arm, which everybody's still pretty sleep on. I don't know why, but, you know, he is. It's hard coming across sacks like that because, you know, guys like that always can make plays, but you just do your job. You know, everybody rush as a unit, rush as 4, and, you know, you can fall into sacks, and, you know, things can happen.
It's like you guys really took the challenge on of going on the road last week, right? Win the game on the road for the first time in the playoffs. What's it feel like the team in practice and preparation this week? You know, the camaraderie, the energy level. Does it feel like this? Does it feel like the AFC Championship game?
Oh, absolutely, man. You know, this game is the most important games of every single one of our careers. You know, this is the most important one. We got to do our job, and, you know, it's exciting to see, you know, the Ravens and the Chiefs as the AFC Championship. You know, these 2 heavyweight quarterbacks going at it, 2 great defense. You know, it's going to be an exceptional game, man, and, you know, that's what we want to see, man.
And Mike, Chris gets a $1 million bonus if he gets a win here and the Chiefs wins the Super Bowl. You've seen it when he has an incentive.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect him to do this year?
You know, I expect him to be a dominant force, man. You know how that man can be when he got, you know, a head full of steam. He said what he want to accomplish. You know, he get the job done, man. So, you know, he's going to be a force. You know, seeing 9 to 5 go to work every single week is, you know, it's a pleasure, man. So seeing that on Sunday, you know, it's going to be exciting to see.
Mike, what would it be if you guys are able to win on Sunday, come back to the Super Bowl, and have a chance to sort of defend your title with 1 more game left?
Oh man, it'll mean everything. But, you know, even if we win, we still got a job to finish. You know, we can't celebrate too early. You know, it's cool, you know, going back or doing it again. But, you know, we still got a job to finish. We got a job to complete. And, you know, the most important job is this one on Sunday to get to the Super Bowl. So we can't look past this Sunday and worry about the Super Bowl. We got to get this AFC Championship and do our job, man. Get a W, find a way.
Mike, there's a statistic out there that when you guys blitz, you've only given up 1 positive scramble to a quarterback this year. When you guys do the blitz, what do you feel like gives you the advantage in having the quarterback in the pocket?
Man, that's a crazy stat. Spags we trust, man. But just, you know, 11 guys, relentless. You know, when we send pressure, man, we got blitzers, we got, you know, edge rush, we got contained dudes, we got dudes that's just sticking to their assignments. You know, that's what we work on at practice, and, you know, following the little details, you know, things like that. And, you know, when you got 11 dudes relentlessly playing, it's hard to, you know, beat a team like that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Go for Trent.
I guess it seems like old hat, right? Back in the AFC Championship game again for you. What are the challenges that you guys are going to face this week, and especially with you in the back because you play the run sometimes?
Yeah. It's a very disciplined team. You know, going back watching this film, they do a lot of good things. You know, they got dynamic receivers. They got 2 really good tight ends who can both block and catch. We know about their quarterback, very dynamic. So this is definitely a game where your technique, your assignment, everything is going to have to be very sound. And I feel like Coach Spags hit on it a lot, just details this week. And so going out there and just making sure you do your job at a high level is going to be huge. And also on my part, just my eyes, you know, being disciplined with my eyes, making sure I read run, read pass, and make sure that I just know my keys on each and every play.
As a guy who's called on to be a blitzer periodically, there's a stat that you guys have only given up 1 positive scramble to the quarterback in the blitz this year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like is the advantage there? What's the edge that you guys get in having the quarterback in the pocket?
Yeah, one, I think disguise. You know, I think we do a really good job at disguising our blitzes, showing a lot of things where you might not know who's coming from what side. And also, I just feel like the speed. You know, I feel like we get to the quarterback really fast, and it makes him have to make a quick decision, either throw it, run it, do something with that. So just the overall just chemistry that we have on the back end, on the front end, and just making sure we go out there and do it at a high level, I think it's been huge for us this year.
From what you've seen from your film study, what did you make of what Zay Flowers is able to do in his rookie season here and what he brings to the table?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, he's a good player. Explosive, really good routes, fast, quick dude, knows Lamar Jackson's timing, and one of those guys where no matter what, he's always going to get open, get around on the field. So making sure we know where he's at, making sure that you're really disciplined at the line of scrimmage, get hands on him, because he's one of those dudes that can make an impact. And as a rookie, I think he's had a really good year so far, and so you got to put respect on him.
Last one, Nate.
Trent, I remember you saying earlier that in the Miami game you guys played 7, 8 different coverages. Obviously, you guys made some adjustments at halftime against Buffalo. This might sound weird, but does it help you get into a rhythm playing multiple coverages as the game sort of progresses versus just this is kind of the 2 to 3 that we just normally play, throughout a game?
Yeah. It definitely helps being able to go out there and have multiple things you can do. You know, like I always say, we like to not just give the quarterback a clear picture of what's going on. It definitely makes studying and the back pre-game a little tougher because, we do a lot of things and there's a lot of checks. So, yeah, you're going to have to study and work a little bit harder. But once you're out there on the field, you can definitely get a feel for what the offense is seeing, what they think we're going to do, things we do differently. And after a while, once you get into the game of things and the flow of the game, I feel like it definitely helps being able to have multiple coverages, multiple defenses, guys moving all around the field. And it just makes it a little more fun. You get to do a little bit different things. I'm at nickel, I'm at corner, I'm at safety. Like, I always tell Spags I love doing that kind of stuff. So I love being in this defense.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I was as buttoned up as this guy when I was young. Man. I might have won a few games when I was younger, man.
Travis, obviously you've been this great to attention all your career, but I just do wonder as you look back at the last year, have you felt that intensify in any ways off the field? That you really
I'd be silly to say that I didn't notice it go up. I think the Super Bowl helped that, and obviously how I live my off-field life definitely helps out. But I brought this upon myself, and I do enjoy having fun with it all. And the biggest thing is making sure my focus is right here in this building.
That's the flip side, I guess. And what are the challenges to that? Because I imagine, it's just energy and all kinds of things that you have to work out.
It's just outside noise, dealing with everyone else's perspective of things. You hear the media throughout the year if we're not having success. Maybe throw it out there that I wasn't focused or that the team isn't focused on certain things. And if you're in this building, you know exactly what's going on. And so you got to compartmentalize what you're hearing and make sure that you're staying on task and giving everybody in the building and on that team the right perception when you walk in that building.
And just one last thing, is it the sort of thing you and Taylor have talked about how to deal with that? How you deal with that paparazzi?
The only thing we've talked about is as long as we're happy, we can't listen to anything that's outside noise. That's all that matters.
You mentioned the outside noise. A lot of talk about you may not have it at more left in the tank. How does it make you feel? Does that make you go even harder?
Yeah, it's a challenge to find new ways to have success, and I think that's what this year has brought for me is that obstacle and figuring out how I can get the best out of myself, how I can figure out how I can get the best out of my teammates, and all at the same time being a great leader, bringing that energy, showing for the young guys, the type of determined mindset you got to have week in, week out. And you know what, man? I love that challenge. I was talking to my brother the other day on the podcast. It was just there's certain things that give you challenges in life that you just got to be appreciative that you're getting tested, because not everybody gets those opportunities, especially when you get to do it with a group of men and women that they can rally together with and really, prove to yourselves what you're made of.
Through that, do you find something different in yourself? Have you found something different?
1,000%. And hopefully you'll see that tomorrow or on Sunday.
Speaking of finding new ways,
Go ahead.
speaking of finding new ways to have success and taking those challenges head on, has playing on the road actually helped a little bit in terms of the juice, the adrenaline that you feel before this game?
I'll tell you what, there's nothing like playoff football. you could feel that same energy the week before against Miami at Arrowhead. It's just it doesn't matter who you are, where you play. If you rally together with the men and women that you got and the team that you got, like I said, you can play anywhere you want to. You got to bring that juice no matter who's in the crowd.
It's a little bit sweeter though with 70,000 people doing.
I don't know. Winning the Arrowhead is pretty damn good, but hopefully I'll find out on Sunday what it feels like to win the AFC Championship on the road.
How important is playoff experience, you feel like?
I mean, it's vital. It's vital, but at the same time, you can't depend on it. You just got to be able to, for the most part, it's just situational awareness, right? It's being big enough for the moment, not letting the moment get too big for you, and just going out there and playing with a certain determined mindset, and not letting any of that clutter get in between. It's definitely a luxury to have it, but at the same time, you can't depend on that kind of stuff.
Just considering your relationship off the field, how grateful are you that kind of your football journey brought you and Pat together, and now you've been kind of able to accomplish all
Man, it's been a hell of a ride up to this point, baby. And I don't feel like getting off the roller coaster anytime soon. But it's definitely I've been fortunate that 1-5 landed here, and on top of that, has been willing to grow not only with me but with Coach Reid and this offense, and trying to build this thing to where it is today. And hopefully, we just keep ascending in the direction that we want to go.
Last three guys, last three, Sam, Nate, and Todd.
How do you put in perspective the streak of the championship streak, sister, just the longevity?
Perspective, I ain't thinking about a single one I already accomplished. I'm thinking about this one on Sunday, and I want it more than I ever wanted one in my life.
Why is that?
Just you build it up, the different challenges we've had this year, the type of team that we have, the camaraderie we have in that locker room. I want it for the guys next to me. It's a good feeling, but we got to get the job done.
Travis, speaking of Patrick, what has impressed you most about how he's approached this postseason and obviously his performance in the first 2 games?
I think it elevates. He's done what I've tried to do year in, year out, and I haven't been as successful as he has, but answer the bell, answer the challenges that are presented to you, and get excited about that. I think that's something that we can all kind of take away from what Coach Reid has been as such a great leader to all of us in life. When I'm speaking for the team, that is that he challenges us with the right mentality and the right determined mindset week in, week out. And I haven't found that challenge off the field. I only find it every single day I walk into this building, and I think that's one of the things that Pat's taken on like a pro since the minute he was in this building was, all right, I'm not playing my first year, but how do I get better? What's that challenge? And then it just keeps going up and up and up, and the naysayers can say what they want, but he's playing his best football right now, and you're seeing why he's the best quarterback in the league.
Travis, you guys obviously had different teams throughout this big long run, right? What do you like about this team? What makes this team special for you?
We're resilient. We grew together. You saw this. You saw the struggles. You saw the growth. I think that's what makes us special. But you just come into that locker room, you'll see the chemistry. You'll see how much we want it for the guy next to us, and that's when you know you got a real good team. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
What up, G?
All right, guys, fire away. George, you guys have seen Chris with an incentive in front of him. He gets $1 million if he makes All-Pro, and you guys make the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
He's got $1 million on the line there. What do you expect to see from him this game?
I don't think it changes anything that he does. He's going to play his heart out regardless of whether it's the preseason, the first game of the season, the AFC Championship. That's what he's always going to do. So I don't think it changes anything for him.
What do you think about his season?
He's had a phenomenal season. I mean, just like you said, first team All-Pro. He's got all the accolades. He just opens so much stuff, and he requires so much attention. Aside from the stuff he does on the field, he's just a great teammate, great leader, just such a great presence to have around, and we love Chris.
With your season being much improved, just how much do you reflect on your season? Just have you hit some of your goals that you set?
Yeah, no reflections done quite yet. We still have a ways to go. Just for me, just trying to improve every single week.
What's the biggest challenge for Lamar?
I mean, he can do it all. You know, I think he's one of those MVP candidates this year. You know, so we have a ton of respect for him. He can make all the throws. Obviously, his running ability is off the charts. So we're going to have our hands full. But it's a task that we've been preparing for all week, and I think we're going to be ready for him.
How strong are the Ravens up front?
They have a really good O-line. They don't really have many holes on offense, if any. You know, they got a great running back, great quarterback, great O-line, great receivers, and that's why they're in the position they're in right now. You know, just like I said before, we're going to have our hands full, but we'll be up for the task.
When you see a team that's as well-rounded as them, how do you nitpick just kind of where the holes are in the O-line?
I don't necessarily think you look for holes. You just think, you know, we're just going to execute and trust our coaching, you know, execute our responsibilities, and then let the best man win.
George, when you first got to Kansas City and the whole group was together, what stood out most to you, was culture-wise, what stood out most to you in the environment?
To me, just like as a team, you know, I got welcomed in, and it wasn't like, oh, you're a rookie, like, you know, like the whole hazing stuff that like you see in movies and that kind of stuff. Everybody was really cool and really welcoming, and you know, to have a guy like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, that are, you know, larger than life, really. Just treat you like you're a normal guy, say what's up to you, introduce themselves. I thought that was really cool. And that's really how everybody is. It's super welcoming. It's a team atmosphere. It's really team first, team always type of deal. And it's awesome. I love it here.
George, how does potentially when Derek Gotti again, that kind of adds into the challenge for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Derek's a huge player. He's a great player. You know, does a lot of stuff for us. So, you know, potentially not having him, you know, that could hurt us. But, you know, just like I said earlier in the year when we were missing some guys, it's always next man up.
George, you spent some time working with Tom this offseason. I think it was your first time working with him.
Mm-hmm.
Up to this point, how beneficial has that and what Tom has been able to show you?
Tremendously. You know, Tom has been a great mentor, great influence, a great friend. He's taught me a lot about the game. He's been able to take my game to the next level, if you will, and really just help me become the best version of myself on the field.
George, you guys are known for your adjustments during the game on defense. When it comes to your position coach, Joe Cullen, what makes him good at, you know, sort of identifying things for you guys to change up and get better at, and what's it like to go through that process, sort of game after game after game?
Sure. I think with Coach Cullen, I mean, first of all, he's just a tremendous human being. You know, he's a great coach. You know, he's a great leader of this D-line group of ours. You know, he holds everybody to a higher standard. And with him, he's had so much experience in the league. He's coached guys that have gone to do great things, Hall of Famers, you know, you name it. So he's had a bunch of experience, and he's really good at pushing guys and keeping guys accountable. So he could really coach it all. He could do it all. You know, the run game, pass rush, all that kind of stuff. I'm just fortunate to have him as a coach, and we all love Coach Joe and Coach Terry.
George, one thing that a lot of people talk about with you is your resiliency, you know, as you're trying to get a sack. How much more important is that maybe this weekend, just considering Lamar is very good at evading these tackles?
Yeah, you know, I think whenever you're pass rushing, your primary goal is going to be getting after the quarterback by any means necessary. So I think that's just kind of the same thing with this. You know, obviously you got to be disciplined in what you do, but it's always just keep rushing the passer.
Okay, guys. Thanks, George.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, George.
Oh, yeah. Like, just make sure. Yes, yes. What?
Try to be practical.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, good. So much simulated pressure from Baltimore. How do you sort of prepare for that, knowing that they're both good at blitzing, but also bringing forward from some different angles?
Yeah, just a little unorthodox in some things that they do. As long as I've been a Chief and been here under Coach Reid, he does a great job of making sure we're getting the good looks in practice and simulated looks in practice. And our show team does a great job day in and day out, making sure we're prepared. It's just something about just having awareness in the moment when you get those sort of odd looks coming at you.
You guys were so efficient on offense in a noisy road playoff environment for the first time in your career. What led to that success, and how much you guys can repeat that in another last day in Baltimore?
Yeah, I think it was just a concerted effort just to bring a lot of attention to what we're doing, a level of focus, play in and play out. One of the best things is obviously having Patrick Mahomes back there coordinating everything, clear and concise with communication, and just making sure we're all on the same page. But it goes into the preparation, just confidence in the game plan during the week, and then just executing when it matters.
Trey, Nick Allegretti has started here and there, but what should more people know about his work maybe behind the scenes here for this team?
Yeah, Nick is awesome, man. Talk about a hard worker, a guy who really loves the game, brings passion to the game week in and week out. A guy that I've been able to sort of lean on from time to time, early in my career especially, just for advice and different things to help my game get better. So definitely a guy that can bring it play after play after play.
Justin Matabuike, their D tackle, he leads them in sacks. Just what's the key to not shutting down an interior rusher, but what's the key to kind of limiting their effect on the field?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great defensive lineman. It's the NFL, man. Everyone's good up front. You're going to go across all 32. Man, you're going to find a dog up front. And at the end of the day, he's a great player. And, great players require more attention at the end of the day. And it's not anything like that. It's just more attention to what I'm bringing up against him at the end of the day and just being sharp with my technique. But like I said, again, he's a great player. They have a great defensive front, a great defense. They operate well together. And I think at the end of the day, we just have to focus on what we do well and execute at a high level and just be at our best, play in and play out.
How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. It's a beautiful day. We got football back and rolling. Let's get it, baby. AFC Championship. You got to love it.
Trey, how do you feel like, or do you feel like the playoff experience helps you in a game like this?
I think it just matters when you get on that field and they put that ball down and get those snaps going, and whatever team performs best in the moment. I think that's what matters. A lot of times we can buy into the experience piece and all these different things that at the end of the day, football comes down to just football. Who's going to play the hardest, the longest, who's going to get the win at the end of the day with the most score.
You stepped into a team that was having a lot of success when you got here. Thinking back to your first couple playoff games, what was it like for you being a guy who hadn't been through it with a bunch of guys?
Yeah, I've been blessed since I've been with the Chiefs. Talk about this organization, the amount of success that I've been able to have in my young career, and it's definitely it's something you don't take for granted. Just talking to different players from different places across the league that haven't experienced the same level of success and have had longer careers, and I guess the biggest thing is just being thankful for it. At the end of the day. You have to bring it day in, day out. And when you get into the playoffs, everything's so much faster. Everything happens. There's so much more importance to every snap. And I think that's probably the biggest thing my rookie years is adjusting to that, understanding the severity that every play has. You have to be at the top of your game.
Was there a level of expectation when you got here that this is what happens in Kansas City? You do that? Did you feel that?
I think I definitely did my rookie year. I mean, it's sort of a standard. We have goals at the beginning of the season. And, obviously every team in the NFL has a goal going to the playoff and winning it all. So having that already set, I think it's just sort of our standard at the end of the day.
Trey, you just mentioned how clear and concise Pat's been in the protection calls. But from your perspective, where has he sort of elevated his game the most once the postseason started?
Yeah, it's hard for me to find any flaws in his game. I just think just the level of urgency, him being a competitor out there is very evident every time we step out on the field. And in the playoff, I mean, it's a next level. At the end of the day, all of us, we have to take our play to the next level in the playoffs, understand the severity of the game. It's a do or die situation. We understand that every play has a penalty and a consequence for it at the end of the day if we're not executing at a high level. I think Pat does a great job being consistent in that facet of this game.
Okay, thanks,
Trey, you guys talk about, working as a unit, with the offense.
Mm-hmm.
If Joe's not able to go, which he probably not, what do you guys need from him?
Yeah, I mean, it's a next man up mentality. At the end of the day, I think, at the end of the day, Joe's a great player. I mean, he's best guard in the league at the end of the day. So, we'll be good, and we want to keep working, guys.
Good, thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
That's everything, Brad?
That's it, yep. We'll get